In a shocking incident, 7 family members were slaughtered in their own home overnight. Who was behind this gruesome tragedy? You're watching True and Twisted, where true stories lead to deeper questions. On a quiet afternoon in the heart of the Rohtak district, the small village of Kabulpur, India, lay nestled among expansive fields, a tapestry of green that swayed gently in the breeze. For generations, its residents shared laughter and tears, weaving the fabric of rural life. Among these families, 2 stood out, the Singhs and the Kapoors. Though their lives seemed ordinary, an extraordinary tale of love, betrayal, and darkness was about to unfold. At the helm of the Singh family was Surendra Singh, a dedicated 40-year-old farmer who labored tirelessly on his land. His wife, Pramila, a nurturing homemaker, created a warm haven for their children. Surendra's father, Takdir Singh, a retired teacher, offered wisdom and guidance, while the matriarch, Buri Devi, exuded strength and respect. Their household was lively and bustling, especially with the presence of Surendra's younger son, Arvind, an ambitious 18-year-old with dreams that reached far beyond the fields, his daughter Sonia, who was just 19. Alongside them were his brothers, Bhupender, a soldier-turned-widower, and Karamveer, a daily wage laborer, adding their energies to the family dynamic. Bhupender's 3 children, Sonika, Monica, and Vishal, filled the home with laughter and life, but it was Surendra's daughter, Sonam, whose choices would soon shatter their idyllic existence. Just a stone's throw away lived Kapoor Singh, another diligent farmer, with his son Naveen, a 22-year-old with aspirations that extended beyond the village classroom. As he studied at a local computer center, the Kapoors were familiar faces in the Singhs' lives, but their relationship was a mere acquaintance, not yet understanding how fate would soon intertwine their destinies. It was during their college years that Sonam and Naveen's paths first crossed on their shared route to school, a radiant connection blossoming into a forbidden romance. They exchanged shy smiles and words of encouragement, their friendship soon igniting into a passionate love. However, in the conservative folds of rural Haryana, love among those within the same gotra was strictly forbidden. When Pramila discovered her daughter's secret, fury ignited within her. "End it now," she demanded, her voice laced with fear of societal repercussions. She warned Sonam of dire consequences should her father discover the truth. But love proved intoxicating, and Sonam and Naveen pledged their devotion, promising to be together no matter the cost. Simultaneously, tension brewed within the Singh household, fueled by the recent arrival of a substantial inheritance. With Takdir Singh's retirement came a financial windfall, igniting fierce arguments between both the brothers, Surendra and Karamveer, over its rightful distribution. The disagreements, once inconspicuous, grew louder and more venomous, fracturing the family's harmony and sowing distrust among them. Unbeknownst to them, fear and resentment were seeping into their lives, a poison that would twist their realities into a nightmare. September 14, 2009, an evening that felt no different than any other, yet bore the weight of unspeakable horror. Sonam and Naveen, emboldened by the conviction of their love, hatched a sinister plan. If their families could not accept their union, they would eliminate every obstacle. With Naveen's friend Jasbir, they procured an alarming quantity of sleeping pills, 100 pills, enough to subdue an entire household. Sonam, with a deceptive smile, mixed the crushed pills into the food and milk that would nourish her family, heralding a night of tranquility that masked an impending storm of terror. As darkness enveloped the village one by one, Surendra, Pramila, Buri Devi, Arvind, Sonika, Monica, and Vishal drifted into deep slumbers, unaware they were crossing the threshold from life into the unthinkable. By 10 p.m., the house's silence was palpable. Naveen stealthily entered, treading softly amidst the slumbering forms. What ensued was chilling, a calculated and merciless act of violence. With a thin wire, Sonam and Naveen strangled each family member, their former sanctuary transformed into a graveyard bathed in the shadows of betrayal. Even as they committed the unspeakable act, a detachment cloaked their souls. Disturbingly, the investigation later revealed that after taking the lives of her family, Sonam and Naveen spent hours in the home, shockingly intimate in each other's presence, the bodies of her loved ones lying nearby. This grotesque detail would haunt investigators, leaving communities aghast. As dawn approached, Sonam locked herself in the bathroom, feigning unconsciousness to stage a robbery and divert suspicion towards her uncle Karamveer, well acquainted with the family discord. September 15, 2009 began under an ominous cloud. Takdir Singh returned from tending to the cattle, expecting the usual bustling household. However, upon discovering the front door locked from the inside, dread gnawed at him. "Hello," he called, bewildered by the silence. Panic surged as he forced the door open, and the sight that met his eyes was an indelible nightmare. His son and daughter-in-law lay lifeless on their beds. The children were frozen in eternal sleep, and Puri Devi's face was ashen, a testament to the horror that had cascaded through their lives. Neighbors rushed to the scene, their faces a mask of horror. Yet, where was Sonam? A frantic search led them to the bathroom where she lay, unconscious but deceptively alive. The police quickly cordoned off the scene. Forensic teams moved about, gathering food samples, empty glasses, and any evidence they could find. Amidst the chaos on the roof, 2 laborers were discovered. Unconscious, potential collateral damage in a nefarious plot. Suspicion first fell on Karamveer, often embroiled in conflict with Surendra over the inheritance. He was arrested and interrogated, but the pieces of the puzzle simply didn't fit. Then, a breakthrough occurred. Sonam's erratic behavior infuriated the investigators. Her story was riddled with inconsistencies. During the examination of her phone records, extensive calls made to Naveen were revealed, continuing even after the night of the massacre. Takdir Singh, in a state of disbelief, uttered the words that would send shockwaves through the investigation. "I believe my own granddaughter is behind this." Under the weight of interrogation, the truth spilled forth like a venomous snake shedding its skin. Sonam and Naveen confessed, their voices eerily calm. They sought freedom from familial restraints and society's scorn, a love deemed unacceptable. Sonam, just 19, appeared nonchalant when facing the media. She coolly said, "I made a mistake." A chillingly understated response for the murder of her parents, grandmother, brother, and 3 young cousins. Naveen recounted how he had procured the pills, while Sonam chillingly detailed the process of poisoning her family's food, revealing the raw horror of their motivations. The village was in disbelief. How could a daughter, nurtured in love, emerge as the architect of destruction? The Kabulpur tragedy quickly evolved into a national spectacle, a stark reminder of how love could warp into something monstrous. The media seized upon the story, branding it an unsettling parable of affection turned deadly. In March 2014, after an excruciating legal battle, the Rohtak court delivered its verdict: capital punishment for Sonam and Naveen. Their appeal to the Supreme Court was met with stark reality, for the weight of their actions bore down on their lives and the memories of those they destroyed. The house that once resonated with laughter stood mute, an echo of despair, a grim memorial to a horrifying event where love, greed, and revenge converged. Yet, as time trudges on, unanswered questions linger like shadows in the heart of the village. Could this atrocity have been prevented? Was it the crushing weight of tradition that pushed Sonam and Naveen towards such a tragic end? Or was it merely the darkness within that had been unleashed by desperation? And what of the survivors? Takdir Singh, left with the agonizing memories of love that turned to loss, the villagers, haunted by a nightmare that ensnared their community. As we step away from Kabulpur, we must ponder this. How well do we know those closest to us? What dire choices might we face when caught between the competing forces of love and duty? In every dark corner lies a story waiting to unfold. The Kabulpur tragedy serves as a testament to the fragility of human bonds and the peril of hidden desires. It compels us to reflect on our relationships, urging those who feel lost to seek help, for there is always another path. If this tale resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more true stories that delve into the shadows of reality.